Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Lisa from The Responsible Life here, where I teach home cooks how to make quick and easy dishes from scratch in under 30 minutes. And today we're going to have a go at making one of Kimmy's favourite breakfast foods, which is egg-free pancake. She's even got her little whisk ready to help me out. Mummy, you going to help Mummy out? She can't wait to have these pancakes. So if you've got anyone with any dietary requirements like egg allergies, this is a perfect recipe that you can use for breakfast or any snacks or in kind. So I'm going to go through the ingredients I've got ready. I've just got some flour weighed out. This is just plain flour. And basically it's just run-of-the-mill plain flour, about 200 grams there. We're going to add some baking powder as well. So just simple baking powder, about a teaspoon of that. I'm going to put some white sugar in there. White caster sugar, that's about 1 tablespoon. Milk, we're going to use some semi-skim milk, so probably around 300 ml of that. And also some vanilla extract. So you see, we're just going to keep our recipe very simple. So you've got all the accessible ingredients mainly in your store cupboard. But this doesn't take long to make at all. Literally preps in about 10 minutes and then it's ready to cook into whatever size pancakes you like. You can do baby size for Kimmy size, and you can do adult size for me. So I'm going to show you now how to make that. So we're now going to just put all our ingredients in a bowl. So we're going to add all our dry ingredients first, which is the plain flour. Got a teaspoon of the baking powder there. You see that? Sprinkle it in there. Just going to add in our sugar. There we go. So that's our dry ingredients gone in now. We're now going to add in our wet ingredients. So I'm going to add in some of the vanilla extract. This smells amazing. I wish you could smell that. So we just add in a drop of that. Okay. And we're going to add in our milk bit by bit, aren't we, big girl? That's right. You've had this before. Let's give that a mix first. Just going to add in some milk. I mean, if you didn't want to use, you know, milk, you can use different types of milk, like oat milk, coconut milk, entirely up to you. Depending on what diet you're going for. If you're going for a vegan, plant-based diet, you can use a different type of milk. So you want it all to come together into like a thick batter. And then you can start making your pancakes with this mixture. And it's really quick to do, especially when you're out of bread, for example. This is quite a good way to get your breakfast ready in the morning. Now, if you're making any batter, my recommendation is that you add the wet ingredients bit by bit, so that when you're mixing it helps bring all the ingredients together. And what you tend to find is with most recipes that making a batter, the wet is obviously slightly more than the dry to allow it all to absorb. There we go. Just going to add a bit more in there, and that will finish it off. So you see that consistency is what you want, like ribbon, like. And that's our batter done. And that is ready to make our pancakes. Okay, so we're going to heat our pan with a little bit of oil. I've just basically made sure that it's gone around so it allows it to stick. And we're going to just get our spoon to spoon the batter into the saucepan. So this is where you have to have a little bit of patience to allow it to cook one at a time, or you could do a few around and then flip them over as well. I'll just do a big one and a small one. Kimmy, that's Kimmy's. And they may not be perfectly formed in terms of the shape, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day these are homemade. They don't need to be absolutely perfectly round. So you want to basically leave it to cook at least for a minute or so on the first side, and then we're going to flip it over to the next side. So you can feel already it's firmed up. Flip it over. Look at that rim, that beautiful rim. And that's what you want from a pancake. This is Kimmy's. Kimmy's. I bet she could eat like probably the same amount as an adult's, but I like to make them small for her to carry in her little hands as she's eating them. You see, it doesn't take too long to make pancakes from scratch, really. You know, sometimes you just have to get over that hurdle of thinking, oh, I can't mix the batters together. But actually, when you have homemade pancakes, they actually taste amazing. Now, how do you know when the pancake is actually ready? Well, obviously, you've got to make sure that the dough inside is not kind of like squishy. You want to make sure the batter has gone firm. And if in doubt, just cook it on a lower heat, but add an extra couple more minutes. And what you want to do is put your finger on it and you'll feel it's gone quite firm. If you feel like it's not kind of like firm when on the touch, like it's quite squishy inside, you know that the batter has not cooked through properly. So you see, I can press that and it's very firm now. Right, so I'm going to just scoop these out because they're actually ready. I'm just going to continue cooking these pancakes until they're all done. So what you can do at each stage is add a little bit more oil, and that allows the pancakes to not stick as much. That swirl around. Just scoop our little baby one there. I've got an even babier one that I made. Okay, so you want one ladle of it. We just continue just making our pancakes. Do a big one and a small one again. So you just keep following through and keep making the batch as and when. And then what will happen is you've pretty much got your breakfast ready. Now, depending what toppings you like on your pancakes, whatever you've got in the fridge, you can use that. For example, we love blueberries. We love eating fresh blueberries and fruit in our household. So we like to add some blueberries, some strawberries, some bananas, or if you just want them plain with a bit of maple syrup, that's delicious as well. Right, so you see, as soon as you lift them up, you can basically see the colour. The colour is also the key to when you're cooking pancakes. Let me just put the heat back on. And you see those pancakes, you know, those really massive ones. Well, they obviously take quite a fair bit of time to cook, because what will happen is you want to make sure the whole batter is evenly cooked through. Now, the reason why we do this sort of size as well is for timing. The longer you cook something, what will happen is you might burn it. And this actually allows you to cook it evenly without panicking if you're burning your pancakes. Because when you're doing anything with, you know, a bit of pan frying, what tends to happen is that you need to really watch the timings of when you're cooking anything like a pancake, or if you're frying an egg, or whatever you're doing. So that's why we're doing this sort of size, not the gigantic one, because what will happen is you won't know when is the right time to turn it over. So let's just have a look on the other side. You see the colour is coming through, and it's so versatile when you're doing this pancake, because you can actually add, if you wanted to add blueberries into your filling and your mixture, you could do, or you could want to add some chocolate chunks as well as a little treat. We tend to keep ours plain and add on top of that as well. So there you go, that's another pancake ready to be served. I'm going to keep continuing until all the pancakes are done. So I hope you enjoyed our pancake series. I'm just going to show you our wonderful pancakes. I wish you could smell them. They are so delicious and they're so easy to do. So I really encourage you to try this recipe at home. I'm going to put a recipe in the comments, and you can try and make this at home as well with you and your family. And show me photos of your finished pancake that you've made. I'd love to see what you put with your pancakes. Anyway, have a great day. There'll be more wonderful things to cook for you and show you and teach you. So have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!